Adrenaline in my soul. Ariel Helwani is putting in some work this weekend for WrestleMania, doing all kinds of WWE interviews, as he also had the man, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, the challenger, this Sunday night in the main event of WrestleMania for the undisputed WWE Championship. Let that sink the fuck in. Let's not let that just fucking slide past us. Cody Rhodes, Stardust, the grandson of a plumber, the guy that started fucking AEW, Bullet Club Cody Rhodes, the AEW American Nightmare, went through the flaming table, the fucking Nightmare Factory, all that shit. Brandy, fucking Brandy's husband. Brandy's husband is main eventing WrestleMania. It's huge. It really is for those who have followed Cody Rhodes' career. The storybook return to WWE. It could not have been written better. Cody likes to say, I didn't know that this was the plan. I was just given an opportunity. All I knew coming in was that I was going to face Seth Rollins, and then we would go from there. Maybe that's true, but you have to think that whoever's in charge of this bitch, whether they pitched it to Cody or not, because plans change, bringing Cody in, this is the story you tell. This is that story. It has to be. It's just so perfect. It's a storybook ending. Cody has to win. He has to fucking win. There's zero doubt about it. If he loses, I think Jim Cornette, was it Jim Cornette that was talking about it? No, it was Mick Foley. Foley and Conrad Cornette. Foley and Conrad were talking about that. This could be a Lex Luger moment. Lex Luger at SummerSlam where he didn't win the title from Yokozuna. Like when you hype somebody up, the Lex Express. God damn it. You hype somebody up so much, you tell the right story, and then you fucking botch the finish. That could kill Cody's career. So Cody needs to win this. He absolutely has to, and I'm excited for him that he's going into this main event. And that's a lot of what this conversation was about. Just talking about the moment going into WrestleMania. What are your thoughts? How do you feel? Bloodline storyline, your return, all of this stuff. I think there was a nice little gem in there about Cody Rhodes not liking Seth Rollins for real. He said, I want to punch that guy in the face. He could be kayfabing, but he just says, they never really did get along, but they can work together. But it was in this particular clip that really doesn't have anything to do with WrestleMania. That's why I wanted to get that part of it, the rant, out of the way, because it's not going to make sense after the clip, is that Cody Rhodes was asked by Ariel. He's like, look, man, and this is something I've wondered too, so this is why I picked this clip out. He says, look, dude, you've got a lot of friends still over in AEW, and you've had such a successful run since you came back to the WWE. Has anybody reached out to you and said, bro, can you get me in? What's it like over there? Clue me in, fill me in. Should I jump? Should I not? Can you get me there? Can you put me in contact with Pritchard or Triple H? And this is what Cody Rhodes had to say about it. Check out this clip.
You still have a lot of friends there. I'm wondering if any of them check in on you and say, so what's it like on the other side of the fence? Do you feel like you're fielding a lot of those questions? Maybe not now, but early on?
I kind of am generic with the advice I give, if that makes any sense. I don't get specific with anybody. No one has reached out flat out and said, how can I get there and what do I need to do? Most of it's been, hey, this is great, but can you still watch my promo from Dark and tell me if it was any good? Most of it's that stuff, which is, oh, sure, great, I can help with that. But thankfully, I haven't been put in that situation where somebody flat out says, hey, can you get me a conversation or can you get me in this room? Because I'd have to say no. That's just too morally of an icky area for me. I'd have to deflect, send them somewhere else, just because they're going to find their own way here, or there, or elsewhere, on their own and on their own talent.
I would like to hope that that's true, that Cody sees a giant conflict of interest there. That's a giant moral gray area to have built the competition, essentially, and then to start recruiting talent from said competition to come back over to WWE. That's not Cody's place. It's not his role. That's not something he should do. And that's not why he started AEW. And yes, Tony started it and the Young Bucks. There was more there. But Cody was there ground floor right from the very beginning. So you can't say that he was not a giant part of that. He was the face of AEW publicly for the first year at least. He didn't start another wrestling company to change the industry so that he could destroy the other wrestling company in favor of WWE. What was the point? The boys need other places to work. They need other shit. They need to be able to negotiate. When Cody's contract comes up with WWE, he needs to be able to say, hey, man, they want me to come back home over to AEW. They're offering a lot of money. I've already done the WrestleMania main event. I've already been world champion. I don't know what else there is to do here. Am I going to be spending time putting everybody else over? Maybe I can go back there and have a run on top over there now as their champion. Because I'm not an EVP anymore. Maybe I have more goals to accomplish over there. He does. He really does. If AEW can stay as the number 2 brand, Cody would be far better going back to AEW and main eventing, having a run as the AEW champion instead of jobbing to guys that are on their way up. Now he's doing jobs to Austin Theory on 3 pay-per-views in a row or something. And he's, they're trying to push Cody back down the card after he's been a main eventer and use his fame to build other talents, which is the natural progression. But having that other brand there allows you to fucking stay relevant, keep moving, make more money, play companies off of each other, gives people more places to work. It's a net positive. And Cody didn't spend all that time making that happen, to helping make that happen, to just bury it. So no, I don't think that he is actively recruiting guys from the other side or even giving them any kind of, step in the right direction or anything like that. I'd like to think that he is basically saying, hey, you guys can find your own path here and figure it out for yourselves. I don't want to give you advice in that area. Certainly with what they've done with Cody Rhodes makes it enticing, hey, come over to WWE. You can be the main event of WrestleMania within 2 years. No, that's not going to be the case for everybody. Certainly a Jungle Boy jumping ship, Wardlow jumping ship probably ain't going to get that far that quick. But they do make it look pretty, don't they? And MJF easily could find himself in a WrestleMania main event within 2 years if he's as good as he thinks that he is, which he is. He really is. There's a lot of top talent from AEW too that are in a position where they could be making that leap soon. The Young Bucks are within a year of leaving AEW, possibly being able to. Kenny Omega is within a year. MJF's within a year. We already heard Jon Moxley was wrestling without a contract and wasn't sure he wanted to re-sign at some point. We heard that earlier on in the show. Who knows if Punk's coming back? Lots of talent could just fucking up and leave out of nowhere. And then what? Wardlow, Ricky Starks, Will Hobbs. I'd be trying to purge all of these guys if I was WWE. Every last one of them. And you could really put AEW back down to a fucking like an Impact Wrestling level company, that because they had all their talent purged away from them. That's the one thing that they got that Tony Khan can play ball with is the big money contracts. And he's going to need to throw some around if he wants to keep these top stars. Because WWE is making it look tempting with how well they have booked and used Cody Rhodes. And Cody, look, man, he's going to main event WrestleMania, and he's probably going to win the world title. And he's probably going to bring the classic Winged Eagle Championship back. And my God, do I hope he does. How fucking great will that be? But he's doing it, man. He's doing everything that he thought he could do. And he's had an incredible run, and that certainly does make it tempting for your MJFs and your Wardlows and all your other top AEW talent, that your Young Bucks, your Kenny Omegas. Bring them all on over. Let's steal them all and fucking make stars out of them all. Very well could be the case. Time will tell who. I mean, we're going to see it happen both ways. Tony's got money to play with, and he's got national TV. So don't think that he's going to just sit back and be cucked by WWE's paychecks. You know, my boss has more money than your boss, Chris Jericho always says. It's true. It's true. He's got the money to play with and throw around. So let's see if he can keep some of these guys or even draw other talents away from WWE. That would be interesting. Seth Rollins is who I'd want to. He would be my prime number one when his contract comes up. Throw fucking stupid money at Seth Rollins, because Rollins, as he said, is never going to be the guy in WWE. He's always going to be number 2 to Roman Reigns, and now he might even be number 3 with Cody Rhodes above him. And look at all the jobs Seth did to put Cody over. Steal Seth Rollins. Make him the top guy in your company. You already got Moxley over there, so it's not like he's going to be with unfriendly people. That's one of his best friends still. Let's do it. Who knows? So there's going to be a lot of jumping shit back and forth. But has Cody put in a good word for anybody? Has Cody made any connections? We'll never know. We really won't. But like I said, I'd like to think that he's telling the truth here. Great little interview with Ariel Helwani. As always, I've always fucking jerked off Ariel Helwani on this show so many times. He's just that fucking good of an interviewer. There's a big difference. Cody did like a bunch of interviews too, man. He was doing more media than anybody from what I can tell. He was on the Rich Eisen show earlier in the week, and I had a clip from that, and then I replaced it with this just to not make this the Cody Rhodes podcast. But Rich Eisen's was not anywhere near the quality of an interviewer that Ariel Helwani is. And then Paul Heyman did that one with Ryan Satin that we did in a previous clip if you're watching the full show. If not, go ahead and check that one out. But Ryan Satin was not as good of an interviewer. I noticed it. He was asking a lot of kind of stupid questions. I think I could do a better job interviewing people than Ryan Satin can. And that's not a shot at him. Look at him. He's doing great for himself. But he's not a great interviewer. Ariel Helwani is. He's the fucking man. Link in the description below if you want to watch this full interview. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next. Adrenaline in my soul. Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah, and you can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Oh yeah, dig it.